Well, hey there. If you're watching this video, you're probably curious about what CallRail can do for you, especially when the time comes and we'd be a good fit for what you're looking for. In a nutshell, CallRail is all about tracking where your leads are coming from, managing them to make sure they don't slip through the cracks and you're getting the most out of them, and optimizing your marketing and sales operations to drive more leads more efficiently. It all starts with tracking where everything is coming from, which marketing channels are actually working to drive people to reach out to you. Now, as you can see here, we have a quick overview of where your calls are coming from in the call log, inbound text messages, and forms, as in the forms that people would fill out on your website to get more information or book appointments. Now, it all starts with creating phone numbers and making sure everything is set up to actually track your results. It's pretty easy. First, you simply create phone numbers for whatever you need to track the results from. Let's say you've got radio campaigns, mailers that you're sending out, television ads, or even billboards. Well, hey, if you're setting up a number for those won't be online. They're all offline. Now, let's say you're sending out a mailer to Atlanta. You'll name it something specific to where you're placing it. And there you go. You can forward the calls to where you're currently answering them, like your cell phone or a business line. There's one thing you may miss out on, though, and that's the ability to fully manage your leads, which we'll talk about later. But the key takeaway is that on the next screen, you would simply choose a phone number for the mailer that you created for the Atlanta area. It could be a toll-free number, or you could choose an Atlanta area code like 404 or 770. You would then choose a tracking phone number to place on the mailer. So now when someone calls it, you'll know they came from the Atlanta mailer, since that's the only place where the number is listed. You can create as many numbers as you need for things like mailers, signage, business cards, whatever it may be. Just remember to be specific about how you name the tracking number, so you'll know which source it came from. Now, if you're running a digital marketing campaign, those numbers are online, so we'll choose online here. But let's say they're not on your website, but in a Google Ads extension. You can create numbers for each of the various Google ad campaigns you're running. Or let's say they're in an email campaign, or on Facebook, or a call-only ad. That would work the same way as an offline tracking number. You'd simply use the name of the tracking number and where you placed it to know where the call came from. Now, what happens if someone doesn't call the number right away? For example, maybe they need more information before they actually decide to reach out to you. So first, they'd click on the ad, then they'd go to your website. And that's where we'd set up a tracking number for your website. The option on the left is the best one for tracking where your leads are coming from. It's what we like to call session tracking. Here's how it works. Instead of just one tracking number, you'll have a group of numbers that's only displayed on your website. So when someone visits your site, they see a number from this group, which no one else will see at the same time. That way, we know that this number was only displaying to that particular user at the time the call occurred. So it must have been their web session that led to the call. Because of this, we can show you all the various ways that leads are coming to your site. If you're doing paid search, we'll tell you exactly which keywords you should be bidding on based on which ones are driving people to the point of reaching out. Social media, we'll tell you which ads are working, as well as any referral sites. So if you're paying for something like a directory listing, we'll tell you which of those links are driving people to your site. And that's it. And in the next few steps, you'll be able to choose your area codes, similar to what you did with the other types of tracking numbers. After that, we give you several easy ways to install your tracking numbers. If you have a WordPress site, we have a plugin. If you have Google Tag Manager, you just paste it in. Your sales specialist here can help you with that. And we have instructions right here. If you have Wix or other similar sites, it's simply a matter of copying and pasting. So that's call tracking. You set up the numbers, and you know exactly how people are finding you, as well as what's leading them to pick up the phone to call you. Now, what about your web forms? Let's say someone visits your site and they call you, but maybe you're not available because it's after hours. So they come back the next day and they fill out a web form. And you want to mediate both of those together to understand exactly what's working. All you've got to do is turn on external form tracking, and we'll tell you every channel that's driving your form submissions with the click of a button. Form tracking can sit atop your existing lead capture tool, or you can utilize our custom forms to build your own forms for your website. Similar to call tracking, it will pull in paid search, keywords, referral sites, you name it. You can see everything that your leads are doing just by toggling that on. So we set it up, and you'll see everything coming into your activity dashboard. And the best part is that all the data lives in one platform. Now that the leads are coming in, you'll want to ensure that your sales team is managing them effectively. It's great to send them leads from phone calls and form submissions, but if they're bungling the deal and not following through, what's the point? With Lead Center, you can keep track and make sure that your sales team is following up with everyone in a timely fashion and that they're getting the most out of the leads that you're driving them. They can log into CallRail's Lead Center on their desktop or mobile app and answer calls the same way they'd pick up their cell phone. So the way it works if you're on your desktop is you have incoming calls over here, and you'd simply answer the call. And you can do this with your headset plugged into the computer. You can also place outbound calls. Oftentimes, you'll want to return a call with the same phone number that a person has originally reached out to you on, whether it be a radio ad, a number from a commercial, or something like that. As you're fielding inbound calls and getting ready to call people back, you'll be able to quickly see who's been followed up with. Those that have not been followed up with will show up in bold in your Recent Interactions tab. Your team can call people back with our quick actions, shoot them a text, and reach out to them as they fill out web forms, ensuring that you're quick on the draw with your new leads and have a good understanding of all the interactions that have taken place. Now, if someone calls in and you want to quickly see what was talked about last time, you can pull it up on the fly and see all your call notes and view a transcript of the call recording, which will help you be prepared to handle these leads as best as possible. Once the call ends, your team can add a value for the call, a sale amount, dollar potential, or anything else that's important to your business. Your team can also take notes for the next time, or even tag the call, which allows you to classify your leads and run automated reports, all within our platform. CallRail has all of the standard contact center functionality you need, so you can route calls to your agents in a variety of ways. We have call queues, the ability to route to other team members based on dates and times, and many more options to help you run your business efficiently. You'll see where the calls are coming in, which source led to them, which business entity they reached out to, where the form submissions are coming from, and much more. Ultimately, you're going to want to classify your data because getting a phone call and a web form fill is great, but that's probably not all that needs to happen for you to generate revenue. Sometimes you need to schedule a meeting or appointment, and the meeting schedule is perhaps the goal of the initial inbound phone call. We have a way that you can quickly understand that. It's called automation rules, and they're set up to tell you exactly what's happening on your calls automatically. Depending on what the goal is of your business, whether it's scheduling a consultation, a pricing call, or an appointment to go to their house and fix the air conditioning unit, you can set up CallRail to listen in for these specific things. Here's a common example, for instance, scheduling a meeting or an appointment. Let's say we want CallRail to listen for a day of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. Now, your agent, the person answering the phone call, probably isn't going to be mentioning days of the week randomly, unless they're scheduling an appointment. So we'll tell CallRail that if those words are spoken, go ahead and tag the call as an appointment. You can make as many of these as you want. For example, if you hear words like order number, we can have those tagged as a sale. If you hear the words angry, upset, or manager, we can automatically flag those for review. Feel free to make as many tags as you want to ensure that your team is handling the calls effectively. In the reporting section, this is where everything we've shown you comes full circle. For instance, you could go to call attribution and see exactly which marketing channels are driving the inbound phone calls to your business. Here, you'll find things like call volumes, and you can even see change over time. And you can tie the results of the conversations back to what led to them. Hey, CallRail, go ahead and add a column for appointments. Show me the channels specifically driving scheduled appointments. Then you'll be able to know exactly what's working to drive that specific end result you're looking for, not just the fact that a call happened. The same thing holds true with forms. With form attribution, you'll be able to see which channels are driving form submissions about specific products, inquiries about a certain topic, or even a specific result. In a nutshell, you can basically customize these reports to do anything you'd like. Within the settings page, you may not always run your business inside of CallRail. Sometimes our customers will work in Google Analytics or Google AdWords, Facebook, you name it. And that's why we have over 150 pre-built integrations. There's a good chance we integrate with the main ones that you work with. If you're using a CRM like HubSpot or Salesforce, those are great tools to really bring things full circle so you know exactly which ad dollars are driving revenue and booked jobs. And again, the whole goal here is to track where your leads are coming from, ensuring that your sales team is managing them effectively and that you have the information you need to optimize your marketing and drive that end result that you're ultimately looking for. With regards to pricing, CallRail is month to month. Full CallRail, which allows you to really tie everything together, starts at $175 per month. Of course, you could parse it out into the various individual products that we offer, but you may miss out on some pieces of the puzzle. For instance, call tracking, where you can track where the calls are coming from, starts at $45 per month. Form tracking, showing you which channels are driving the web form fills, is $50. Lead Center, which gives your sales team the ability to follow up with their leads effectively and has an easy tool to field calls, receive them, and place them, helping you measure the marketing sales connection, starts at $30 per agent. And Conversation Intelligence, which analyzes everything from the outbound calls placed from a Lead Center agent to the web forms and inbound calls placed from your prospects, is also $50 per month. It all starts with a 14-day free trial. This is where you can test everything out, see what you like, and specifically how well it solves your problems. And if you need to parse it down for budget reasons, that's why we have it split out for you, so you don't have to use any products you don't need. But of course, the real goal is to track, manage, and optimize. And bundling all 4 products together is what truly allows you to do that. So when you're ready, once you're marketing and spending money on advertising and you need to understand exactly what's working, let us know and we'll help you get started. If you're ready to start tracking but would like to see a demo more tailored to your needs, let us know and we'll be happy to walk you through our platform as it makes sense for you. Thanks for watching, and we hope to work with you soon.